Really a hard-fought game. Disappointed for our team with the result, but USC really has a good team, and obviously, Evan Mobley is an elite talent and really just a marvelous player. And their team played well. I thought our team competed hard, but we just made too many little errors throughout the first 39 minutes of a game that just cost you. And we have to learn how to be just a little bit more stable as we play, because those when you play games where you're at a talent deficit, those little mistakes add up and they're hard to overcome. And we played hard. We just made too many errors.
Coach, what did the return of Bradley mean tonight? And did he play? Did you figure he'd do as well or as much as he did? And what? And when did that decision come down?
Well, I thought Matt and I met with our medical staff around noon today, and he had practiced yesterday and didn't have any swelling or soreness, and so we felt like it was time to bring him back. He obviously hasn't played 5-on-5 basketball for 3 weeks, so we were unsure what we would get from him. I thought under the circumstances he did a really nice job, and he should have been out of rhythm, and he was, but I thought he competed hard, and it was nice to have him back. And now we just have to, he's missed 3 weeks of live play, and getting him back in rhythm and in condition and all those things is going to be important. But it was nice to have him back.
Okay. Thank you.
Question from Jeff Ferrato.
Yeah, Coach. Can you talk about just the fact that you maybe right now finally have your whole team back together? You got a real good game out of Joel Brown, and T. Fitch continues to play well. You have Matt back. What do you expect going forward, and are you encouraged that things can improve now?
Well, it's the first time we've had everybody since like October. So, it's the first time since October where we've had everybody, and now we have to see if we can develop some continuity within our offense, our rotation. But we have some depth now, and we have to get Matt. It's going to take Matt a little time. I want everyone to be patient with him, because he had a nasty sprain, and it's going to take him some time to get back. But I do think that now going forward, hopefully we can start to build on the team that we thought we would have had back in November, and it just hasn't. We just haven't had all the pieces until now. So yes, I am encouraged with that.
Can you also talk about Brown's performance, and you got a nice game from Thorpe coming off the bench as well? It seemed like.
Well, I thought Joel played well. I think Joel took advantage of the fact that Andres had some good games. Grant's been good. Matt was back. Those guys respect Ryan's shooting, so Joel got some open lanes to the basket. He took advantage of those. I think that he made another 3 or 2 tonight. And so, Joel's continuing to grow and develop. I thought defensively he was solid. DJ gave us really good minutes. I thought that, he had one foul that we wish he would have avoided, but, he's still a young player. And I thought he was really solid throughout most of the night.
Question from Ben Parker.
Yeah, Coach, could you just talk about the message that you had to Matt in terms of how aggressive you wanted him to be first back, and just what was your kind of message to him in the style and how you wanted him to play first night back?
Well, I don't think, one of the things we talked about was, he's not going to have the ability to change directions as explosively as he did before. We needed to make sure he played on balance. And just tried to let the game come to him a little bit till he got into a rhythm. I think for the most part he tried to do that. But it's hard. It's hard to miss three weeks of elite play and then jump right back in and be the same player you were. So it's going to take him a little time. But I thought his approach was really good.
Question from Trillick.
Hi, Coach. What was your strategy for defending Evan Mobley? It seemed difficult to defend someone that has 3 or 4 inches of reach on almost all of your players?
Oh, he doesn't have 3 or 4 inches of reach on our players. He probably has at least 8 to 10. I mean, he's a once in a decade talent. I mean, he has unbelievable length. He has terrific balance. He's graceful. He's got great ball skills. He's an unbelievable passer. He's quick off the floor. And he's, as we talked about, he's got unbelievable length. And so for us, we were trying to keep him away from the basket. They shot the three a little better tonight. So, late in the game, we considered going to double team him, but they were shooting really well from three. So you're trying to pick your poison, and he's an excellent passer. So he made his free throws tonight. I mean, he's a great player. And, I mean, he's a guy that could be, if he decides to go pro, could be the top pick in the draft. I mean, he's an excellent player. And, obviously we didn't do a good enough job defending him.
Question from Jim McGill.
Coach, you had some tough calls go against you in crunch time with Andre's technical and foul on DJ late in the game under the bucket on Mobley. How do you keep the guys focused when some of those breaks go against you late?
Well, Andre should have, Andre knows he should have kept his poise a little bit. That was a costly play because it cost us 2 points and it cost us the ball, and so that's a heavy penalty there on that play, and it was adjudicated correctly. But we're going to have to earn our stripes, and we're going to have to earn the respect. And until we do, we're going to have to play through our frustrations in that area.